Hello and welcome to today's matchup between your St. Joseph Falcons and the St. Benedict Gray Bees. Here in the top of the first, Falcons start off the game pitching Benny Fonseca, the senior, on the mound for St. Joe's. First pitch is a strike, second pitch is struck on to center field and is caught. Caught by Robbie Carvelli for the first out of the inning. Jimenez with the line out. Now Maldonado up at bat. This one swung on high and back over to center field, right to Robbie Carvelli once again. And once again, Carvelli making the routine out. 2 batters, 3 pitches, 2 outs so far for St. Joe's. Rodriguez now up at bat for the Gray Bees. First pitch is another strike, Benny Fonseca. Starting off the inning hot. Second pitch is a foul ball out of right field, giving us an 0-2 count for Rodriguez. The 0-2 by Benny. It'll be a ball, 1-2 count. This one strung on to right center field. That'll be a hit for Rodriguez, trying for the double, and he'll get it. So after 2 outs in 3 pitches, St. Benedict's finally getting going there. So right now, man on second here for the Gray Bees. Sanchez up at bat. Second pitch is another strike for Benny. Obviously allowed that one double, which is a rough one to give up, but been nothing but perfect other than that to start off this inning. Another pitch is a ball inside. Joined now by Jack Kemler, of course, the duo you've come to know and love here for these baseball games. So, I mean, Jack, I guess what are you expecting from this game? Obviously, we don't know too much about St. Benedict's based on what we were given online, but you know, we know what people say about them. So what are you expecting St. Joe's to do with this one?
I expect them to blow them out, especially with how the baseball players are talking in school. They were saying that it should be an easy one, that, you know, it's just going to be a bullpen game and just move on to tomorrow for East Brunswick.
The 3-1, 3-2 rather, is swung on and missed. So Benny giving up a double, but nonetheless, like I said before, nothing short of perfect in that inning, and a great start to the game there for the senior. Uncle Ben will be right back for the bottom of the first. Mark Gialusi up. And we are back here for the bottom of the first. St. Benedict's led by Coach Willie Banks. And Willie Banks, let's just say he knows a little bit about what's going on out there on the baseball field. Former MLB All-Star pitcher. He had an 11-year career in the MLB. Played for the Twins, the Cubs, Blue Jays, Dodgers, Marlins, Yankees, Diamondbacks, and the Red Sox, along with being the 3rd overall pick in the 1987 draft to the Minnesota Twins. Has over 600 innings pitched in the MLB. So definitely a guy you want in your dugout coaching up your high school players, if I would say so. So Mark Gialucci up at bat for the Falcons. His first pitch is up and to the right, 1 out.
Pretty normal, year for Mark Gialucci. Only 615 average with 1,400 OPS. Just normal stats from him.
Yeah, it's pretty average. Honestly, underwhelming from Mark so far this year. You hope for a little bit better. Maybe above a 950 average, but I guess the 650 will do. Nothing too wrong with that. Third pitch for Gialucci, another ball. So a 3-0 count here. Maldonado up on the mound for the Graybees. And there is the first strike of the count. Mark Gialucci been walked 6 times this year. Could be staring down another one. Here's the 3-1. Swung on by Gialucci out to left center field. And it'll be a line drive to Darcy. And St. Joe's will start off the inning with an out for Mark Gialucci.
Let's go, Josiah!
Obviously, you can hear the supporting dugout there for St. Joe's. And if they didn't give you the introduction of the man that's up at bat, I will. Josiah Brown, 5th-year senior here for the Falcons, a switch hitter. He'll be hitting lefty here. First pitch is a strike. And you talk about walks for Gialucci, you got to talk about him for Brown as well. Been walked the most times out of any St. Joe's player this season. Second pitch is inside on the curveball, 1-1. Will Ramsey once again with the support. That pitch too high, 2-1 here for Brown, the Manhattan commit. That pitch is inside the strike box, that is, so that'll be another strike. Here's the 2-2. Brown yet to swing. That pitch just barely too high for the umpire's liking. We got a full count. Swung on by Brown out to left field, might drop, and it will. So that'll be a single for Josiah Brown. And St. Joe's with their first hit of the day. And on comes Robbie Carbelli.
It's a good hit by Josiah there, especially with the hard thrower Maldonado. Just got behind it, but got behind it well and got it down to left center.
Yeah, perfect drop too in that left center zone. We'll see what he could do on base with Carbelli up at bat. First pitch is too high.
Maldonado is a very, hard thrower and has good off speeds. It's just he's not really finding the plate right now. His control needs to get there, especially against one of the best teams in the GMC, the Falcons.
a strike there. It looked like a ball from this angle.
Yeah, I don't want to say it too loud because the umpire's right there. But
Get thrown out of the game. Definitely don't want that.
Let's go, Rob!
Here's the 1-1. Swung on by Carvelli right over to third base. Josiah Brown is out at second. And Sanchez cannot make the throw over to first. So Carvelli will be safe on first. But 2 outs for St. Joe's as they bring on Tyler Delvecchio. Not the dream start, especially with how much they were hyping up this game and how confident they were coming in. We'll see if this first inning can get going or if we'll have to wait 1 or 2 more innings to see that first run. First pitch is high. Carvelli going to try and steal here, and he will be successful. He's now getting a runner in score position here for Delvecchio.
yeah, and Delvecchio's played good as of recently. I mean, when we saw the EB game, he had a 2-run homer, so maybe we could see that here.
Yeah, got the double as well. That was a couple feet away from being a homer in that game. He checked his swing there. And it honestly, that one might have looked like it was in the strike box, but ump called the ball. Coach is not happy over there on the St. Benedict's dugout. And Maldonado gonna take a time here. We got a gorgeous day here on the St. Joe's campus. It's a great day for baseball, Jack.
Yeah, it is. It's probably my favorite day when I used to play. Not the gloomy day, not the rainy day. It's a nice 60. Good weather.
Here's the 16th pitch from Maldonado. That'll be inside. So the 2-0 here. And Delvecchio will be walked. Bringing on the junior, Joe Zamiti. So Delvecchio on first. Carvelli remains on second. And Zamiti obviously been doing some pretty absurd things for St. Joe's this season. His first year on varsity, a 308 average, a 663 OPS, along with 8 RBIs.
Yeah, Zamiti adds a very, good balance to the St. Joe's lineup. A lot of power hitters on this team, and Zamiti with a 308 average, not that high of a slugging, is just adds a lot of contact on the team, which is very good in this lineup.
Yeah, every single hit for Zamiti has been a single. He doesn't have a single double. Obviously, no triples on the team either. But yeah, like you said, I mean, Zamiti just kind of taking advantage of the type of field that St. Joe's plays on when they're at home. So the foul ball. And that curveball forced Zamiti to duck out of the way, but it was a strike nonetheless. 0-2.
I don't know if, other teams have been watching film on Zamiti, but for some reason every time we broadcast, he always gets that high curveball and he always backs away from it and it goes right down the middle. So something that might need to change in his game.
Yeah, we mentioned how good Zamiti's been this year. I guess the only fault you could find is how many strikeouts he has. Carvelli tried to be caught out at second, unsuccessful. But yeah, Zamiti, 8 strikeouts so far on the season in just 9 games. He is tied for leading the team. So here's the 1-2 for Zamiti. Take time again. Very long at bat here with 2 outs on the board. That one too high. Oh, another nice pitch, another curveball. That caught Zamiti looking. And man, those curveballs have been his kryptonite, like we said before. So Maldonado able to escape the first inning. Neither pitcher giving up any runs. Not even a hitter able to get on third base. So a pretty solid and well-pitched first inning. And we'll be right back for the second.
And we welcome you back for the top of the second inning. Benny Fonseca back on the mound after a clean first inning. Center fielder Darcy up for the Benedicts now. That one's fouled off down the right side.
Yeah, and Benny, pretty solid so far every time he's been on the mound this year. 6 innings pitched, 10 hits, so a solid season so far from the senior.
In there for strike two, makes it a 1-2 count. Trying to start off his inning with a strikeout. 1-2's in there for a strikeout looking. His first strikeout of the game. Make it one down.
Yeah, so Benny keeping that momentum that we saw from him just a few games ago. Man, that was an awesome game to be watching from Benny, and one of the only ever times he's ever stepped on the mound for varsity. So hoping to see him keep that momentum and that fire going here.
First pitch is outside and in. Makes it 0-1. Cena gets it through Zamidi's legs at third base, and that'll make it a single. So man on first, one out.
I mean, that is a brutal one to try and predict. I mean, it hopped up on him maybe a couple feet before it got to him, so I don't give any or a lot, if any, blame to Zamidi right there. It's just really unlucky, but also, hey, a nice hit there from Cena.
Yeah, we've seen Zamidi play very well. You know, defense this year has almost been that glue guy in the corner infield. Now Fazio up for Benedicts. Swings at the first strike. 0-1's a little too low. Running is seen on first base. He'll be out. Good throw out by Mark Giulici. Makes it 2 down.
Man, I mean, that's that pop time you get with Giulici on the defensive end. I mean, obviously, we talked about how disappointed we were with how he was hitting this year. Obviously, Mark hitting incredibly well, but man, on the defensive side, just throwing in that pop time, like I said, just almost impossible to steal on Mark Giulici.
That's in there. for another strike. Mark Giuluzzi helping out his pitcher, Fonseca, trying to get the third out of the inning.
Yeah, Benny, I mean, I know he just tossed a ball right there, but not throwing a lot of those, really forcing the hitter, saying, hey, either you swing at it or I keep upping this count in my favor.
Payoff pitch to Fazio is a swinging strike through. Fonseca with 2 strikeouts in that inning, 3 on the day. And we'll see St. Joe's trying to put some more runs on the board in the bottom of the second. Welcome you back for the bottom of the second inning. Still a tied game here, no runs, 0-0. Bobby Christensen grounds out to first base, and that'll make the first out of the inning.
Yeah, man, that was quick there for Bobby. We're about to hype him up with how well he's been playing this season, but quick out, but that doesn't take away with how well he has been playing this season. One of only 2 players with a homer on the year so far for St. Joe's.
So now Connor Drury up for St. Joe's will swing through the first one. St. Joe's not really catching up to Maldonado today. Very fast pitcher he is. Swings at another, I believe, ball outside. It would have been a ball, but swings at it, makes it 0-2. Drury, also one of those contact guys for St. Joe's, batting .350 this year. Has been very reliable and grounds up the middle, might get through. Good play by the shortstop. And he'll get him out. What a play by the Benedicts shortstop.
And man, that was milliseconds over there on first base. I honestly think it might have been safe there for Drury, but don't really have the technology to prove the ump wrong.
And that was Jimenez over at 6. So that'll make it 2 down for St. Joe's with Matt Kasuda, the DH, coming up. First time I believe that Ascona has been outside of the DH position this year, so bit of a change-up by Coach Murray. And he grounds that up the middle and will get through for a single. So it might be a good change for Coach Murray as he gets on with 2 outs.
And you know, I was not going to lie, I was waiting for Kasuda to take his time there because I was going to talk about how rough it's been to start off the year for him hitting. It's 0.71 average, a 259 OPS, just a single on the year. That's the only hit he's gotten. But man, maybe Coach Murray sees something in him, and maybe we see him in the lineup with how he's hitting.
So try and pick off at first. We'll go through the first baseman's leg, and Kasuda's out at second. Lot just happened there at the unwrap. Kasuda had to take off after went past the first baseman on the pickoff, and he was out at second, so his single doesn't really matter. That'll keep Ramsey on for the bottom of the third. But still, St. Joe's has to play the top of the third. Benny Fonseca, very good to start off, and we'll see him at the top of the third.
We are back here for the top of the third. Benny Fonseca putting on a pretty good show for us here today, trying to see if he can keep it going. First pitch, he had another strike for Benny. I would say about 90% of the pitches so far have been strikes for the senior.
Yeah, and only 26 pitches to start the game, so we could see him go a while, especially in a game that I feel like this team doesn't really care about right now. I don't know, it's very weird to say that, but they have a lot of GMC games coming up, a lot of competitive games for their own division that right now, this is not what they're worrying about. They're worrying about their GMC, so right now they need a big, long start out of Fonseca.
It's a swing and a miss there for Rodriguez, so an 0-2 count. And yeah, like you said, I mean, Mulvaney will be pitching for them tomorrow, who is arguably their best pitcher. What a strikeout looking there for Benny against Rodriguez. Fonseca keeps it going. I mean, he is just killing it right now. I know they were very confident coming into this game, but still can't undermine the masterclass that Benny Fonseca is putting on. But yeah, they're away at East Brunswick tomorrow, and Jimmy Mulvaney will be starting. That is a massive game. Of course, they had a big 16-2 victory over the Bears at home here just about a week ago. But still, East Brunswick a very solid team. Still want to keep your A game up for them. First pitch is low. Second pitch is high. 2-0 count here for Vertrice.
Yeah, best thing about St. Joe's right now is that they're getting fully healthy. I mean, Brian Rios is back after a short stint on the IL, and Mike DeSilva not really getting healthy, but just coming out of that transfer portal. We'll be back on Sunday, I believe, for his first start. So this team getting healthy, and I believe every single player in the preseason will be here, and no injuries after Saturday.
Swing and a miss there for Vertrice, so a 2-2. And man, I cannot wait for when Mike DeSilva comes back. I've obviously a Siena commit, so got to be pretty decent for the high school level. So it should be really fun to see what he's able to do for the Falcons as they ready that playoff push. That is another strikeout looking there for Benny Fonseca. And Benny, once again, I mean, I don't know how many times I could say it, just absolutely killing it right now, torching the Gray Bees batting order.
Yeah, I think the question arises, like, what did he eat today? You know, he's at 5 strikeouts already through about 2 innings and 2/3. So this is a masterclass as we are right now.
That ball going straight up, nearing us. That'll be about 6 or 7 feet away. Thought we were going to get our first ball that we would be able to catch, but unfortunately just going to be a foul ball that no one catches.
Well, when Ben says we could catch, I mean it's only gonna be me because I'm the only one who could catch in this broadcasting group.
I don't know. I think 4th grade Ben playing tight end for the Monroe Falcons would say otherwise.
That shows Ben's character, you know, playing for the rival team, Monroe.
I do what I can to put on a athletic masterclass whenever possible. St. Joe's basketball course. We don't have to mention the concussion. I just put on my my athletic prowess wherever I can. That foul ball will give us a 0-2 now for Jimenez. Now a 1-2 after that far right pitch for Benny.
Best thing I love about Benny pitching right now is that the umpire is definitely calling the outside pitch right now, and he's just sticking to outside. You saw right there, that's an outside pitch.
Hit right over to Zamidi on third. Zamidi makes the throw at first, and a quick inning for Benny Fonseca and this St. Joe's defense. And the Falcons keep on rolling. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third. We are back here for the bottom of the third. Will Ramsey, the senior, up at bat for St. Joe's. Going to bunt this one. It's going to go straight up in the air and be caught in the catcher's glove pretty easily. So maybe the quickest out I've ever seen. That's no diss to Ramsey, but just that bunt was immediately caught maybe a second and a half later. So Rodriguez catching the first out there. Maldonado still on the mound. Still under 30 pitches. So him and Benny haven't had to do much today in terms of pitching. Obviously they're playing extremely well, but haven't had to toss a lot of pitches. That first one a curveball against Mark Gialucci back at the top of the order here for St. Joe's. So an 0-1 count here.
Yeah, that curveball is very strong for Maldonado. It's getting in the zone, and it's very
Hit
good.
by Gialucci, center right field. It's going to hit the gate, and it'll be an easy double for Mark Gialucci. And there's the celebration, kicking the door down. Mark Gialucci gets on second base and brings on Josiah Brown. It's not often we see Gialucci not on base. We saw that happen in the very first at-bat of the game for St. Joe's. Now, obviously trying to make up for it, getting that double there. Josiah Brown did get on base, however, last time. We'll see if he can repeat it. First pitch looked good. It'll be called a ball. Fastball was just a bit too high. There's the 1-0 for Brown. Swung on over to second. And he'll be out at first. It was a sacrifice hit, you can call it, for Gianluci as he advances onto third base. So 2 outs. And Robbie Carvelli is up at bat with Gianluci on third. Good opportunity here for St. Joe's to get the first and leading run in this game.
Yeah, there's definitely good outs, Ben. I mean, that right there is a good out when you move over your player. That's just teamwork right there. But Carvelli up now, 11 RBIs on the year, most of the team. He feels like he's gonna get 12 here.
Oh man, I don't want to get the broadcaster curse. I want a full metal bench. There's nothing wooden around us except for trees. So I'm gonna have to knock one soon to get rid of that curse, Jack. Second pitch swung on by Carvelli. That'll be a foul ball. So an 0-2. Are we a pitch away from seeing St. Joe's get the lead, or are we a pitch away from the 4th inning? We'll have to see. That pitch inside, 1-2 count here.
That thing is nasty. That's terrifying as a hitter. It's not even near the zone. What a pitch that is.
We saw probably his 2 best pitches of the day be used against Zamiti. I mean, at one point it was a fastball coming for Zamiti's head, and at second point it was a curveball on the bottom right. Another curveball there, but another ball. So a 2-2 count here. It's the 38th pitch here for Maldonado on the 2-2. Swung on and a foul ball for Carvelli.
Yeah, the huge risk with that curveball is that if it's not where you want it to be, and it's right down the middle, and somebody sticks on it, that ball might go to the moon.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, you're just lobbing it in there for him pretty much, if you really want to look at it that way. Robbie Carvelli swung on to right field, and it is caught. Still no runs in this one after 3 innings. Possibly the fastest 3 innings we've ever seen so far this season for the Falcons. We will be back for the 4th inning. Tied up at intro was.
And we are back for the top of the 4th inning. Very quick one right now. Still 0-0. Benny Fonseca, the only really star in this game right now, along with Maldonado, Benedict's pitcher. both pitching gems right now. That's popped up. Josiah calling off submitting will make the first out of the inning.
And that was up in the air for about a good 10 seconds. Finally, Brown catching it. It was a pitcher-on-pitcher matchup right there with Maldonado. But Benny, like he has all day, getting another out. Now to be the catcher for St. Benedicts, Rodriguez.
Starter Fonseca makes quick work of Maldonado. We'll throw the first strike in there to Rodriguez, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Oh, one curveball's popped up right side. Ramsey drifting over and will make the catch for the second out of the inning. Good defense here out of St. Joe's. Earlier in the year, I feel, Ben, that the defense was just sloppy. Right now, it feels no errors and just really backing up Fonseca.
Yeah, I mean, you had that slight error, if you even want to call it that, by Zamidi. I still don't shift any blame onto him for that. But other than that, this St. Joe's defense has been perfect, and Benny Fonseca been nearly perfect. I think you only have 1 or 2 guys get on base because of Fonseca. So very, very good game so far from the senior, and also just like you said, defensively, this entire team for St. Joe's.
So starts off this count 0-2 to Sanchez, who's 0 for 1 on the day. And that is
my goodness.
3 straight strikes. Makes it another strikeout for Benny, and that'll make it quick work of the top of the 4th. 1, 2, 3. And we'll see if St. Joe's trying to put on some runs here, trying to make this not a tied game anymore in the bottom of the 4th.
Good.
Yeah. And we welcome you back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Still a tie game here. But I don't know about you, Ben, but I just got a Twitter notification. It says NJSIA is drug testing Benny Fonseca for his just amazing play here today.
Yeah, no, I got that same update. Actually, Adam Schefter, I got the notification from, and yeah, Benny, we're really sorry to report this, man, but I mean, you just can't be playing that well and not be drug tested. So expect one within the hour after the game. So just be prepared, Benny. I don't think we're very suspicious of you, but you know, it makes sense. You gotta go through what all the pros go through when you're playing that good. So just get ready, Benny. It's coming right after this game.
Yeah, so all jokes aside, Delvecchio starts off his count 0 for 2. Maldonado with a very clean game, no runs given up to this star-strutted Falcons lineup.
Yeah, Delvecchio, one of two players for St. Joe's on the year to get a home run. And like you said, with those curveballs, they have the ability to get you to strike out, to go yard from the batter. And if anyone will, it'll be Delvecchio.
Maldonado's only walk in the day is to Delvecchio last at bat. And after that ball makes it 2-2. Delvecchio will take time. Gotta take a deep breath. And that one is grounded over to Jimenez at shortstop. Fields it cleanly, hard throw, but gets past the first baseman. Delvecchio gonna stick to first. Smart decision there. Very good bounce off the fence. So that'll be a man on first, starting off for St. Joe's.
Yeah, and I noticed myself pointing to second base after I saw that inerrant throw. Thank God Delvecchio did not listen to my baseball knowledge and he stayed at first because he would have most certainly been out. So yeah, good base running right there by Delvecchio, and yeah, getting on base for the second straight time today.
So the third baseman for the Falcons is up. Joe Zamidian will pop one out of the field, makes it 0-1. That 0-1 is on the outside corner.
Man, the control that Maldonado has on some, or not the control, but just rather the spin and the stuff he's got on some of these pitches is truly incredible.
0-2 is grounded over to Jimenez again. He won't field it cleanly, and that'll get Zamidi and Delvecchio on first and second.
And so Zamidi getting back to his contact and get on base ways.
So now Bobby Christensen, who's up, is one of the premier players on St. Joe's right now. Definitely going to be a star of the team next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the man, the myth, and the legend, Johnny Risley, running over here, got the foul ball, gave us some sunflower seeds to enjoy on the broadcast. So, Johnny been having a pretty solid season on the mound.
Yeah, Johnny's just a great person. Pitching that autism awareness game and, has a relative who is autistic, so it was very meaningful to him. And he pitched a very good game, so it was very meaningful to him and pitched it very well. So just a great story out of there from Johnny Risley. And now, like I said before, Bobby Christensen's up with first and second, no outs. He's showing bunt. We'll pull it back. That's a strike in there. Have a 2-1 count here. I don't know, Ben, if you heard me before, but I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Bobby is just, with how he's starting off, he's just going to be, especially with all the seniors leaving, he's going to be one of the better players, maybe best player on the team next year.
I think he definitely will be. So we got the bunt here.
The bunt is fielded by the pitcher, Maldonado, will get Delvecchio out at third. So still first and second, just one out.
But yeah, Jack, like you were saying, with how Bobby is playing this year, you can only imagine he gets better. And getting better than this is really putting you in pristine territory for this team. And obviously when all these seniors are gone, he will definitely be one of the best, if not the best player on this Falcon roster.
Yeah, just all these seniors have, college commit next to it. So it feels like Bobby's the next one up. Now Connor Drury leaves the first ball in the dirt, makes it 1-0. Drury looking for his 6th RBI in the year. Has a man in scoring position. That is fouled. down the third base line, makes it 1-1. One is fouled off hard, back-to-back stop.
Oh no, it is deep in the bushes. I don't know if it's gonna be Charlie or Johnny going over to get that one, but not gonna be a fun time.
Probably a competitive rock, paper, scissors game for that one. Oh, and it is Charlie. And that one, too, is fouled. Sorry, flied really far to center field, and they'll make the catch. Smitty won't tag up over to third, so after St. Joe starts off first and second, no outs. Now first and second, 2 outs with Makasuda coming up.
And Katsuda getting the base hit last time. So we'll see if he can repeat it. Like we said, not the greatest start to the year for Katsuda. We know the potential he has. We know how solid he played as a sophomore last year. So really some big things to come here for Katsuda. And he's already started in this one.
Clean count. Just popped up over to right field. Pretty deep in foul territory and will make the catch. So 2 runners left on by St. Joe's, and we'll still have a scoreless game here. Benny Fonseca, I believe, is still pitching, so we'll see more of his masterclass in the top of the
We are back here for the top of the 5th. Benny Fonseca starting it off on the same exact foot he started every inning off with, a strike. Second pitch is straight over to Bobby, gets right over Bobby's head and is out to right field. It'll be a single there for Darcy. Not sure if it was the angle we had. It looked like to me that Bobby might have been able to jump up or try and reach up for that ball, but still a very well hit ball by Darcy as he gets on first base and brings on Cena.
Ben, I think it's your very, tall frame that saw that one.
That's fair.
I thought it was a single easily.
That pitch once again outside for Benny against Cena. No, I still maintain some hope. I'm pretty sure it's not true, but still maintain some hope that this St. Benedict's player is related to the wrestling superstar John Cena as he hits one out to left field and gets another single. So a very, very solid start here for St. Benedict's Prep, as Giuliani is going to have the first talk he's ever had on the day with Benny Fonseca.
If he is Cena's, relative, then I can't see him then,
I have no idea where he's at.
Yeah.
I know there was a hit, but I don't know why no one is on first base right now. So we'll see how Benny responds. No outs, 2 men on base. Fazio up at bat. Nice pitch, another strike for Benny. Fastball on the bottom left.
Yeah, first tough situation's been put in today, so we'll see how he responds. Good strike there.
Here's the 0-1. Oh man, that was close. Just barely off and to the right. 1-1 here for Fazio. Swing and a miss there for Fazio. 1-2.
Got a hitting lesson going on with Coach Banks.
Yeah. Pitch by Benny is 2. On the game. That pitch high for Benny. We get a 3-2 count, full count here. Man on first and second.
Feels like the climax of the game right here. Top 5, first and second. 3-2 count.
A lot that could happen here for both sides. Pitch is high. Bases will be loaded. Fazio taking first, still no outs here in the top of the 5th. And Giuliani is going to have a meeting with the entire field with his pitcher, Benny Fonseca. We'll take a short break. So after that short players meeting, we are back here in the top of the 5th. Bases are loaded. Rodriguez up at bat. Rodriguez takes a strike to start it off. Oh, 1 turns into an 0-2 here for Rodriguez. Benny's going to need to get locked in a situation like this. That'll be a strike 3. Strikeout looking there for Rodriguez, the first out of the inning, and a massive one for Benny.
Probably one of the most electric strikeout calls I've seen from the umpire. Just a hand back. Cock it back like a lawnmower.
I like when they know it's a big call, so they really get into it, just because they know one side is going to get fired up and the other side is really going to hate them.
It's the best.
4th straight strike in a row for Benny Fonseca. Now against Vertrice. That pitch high. First ball in a little while here for Benny. 1-1.
Yeah, most umpires, they just say height. They don't even say like strike 3 or strikeout. They just say height.
I like height better. Oh, that pitch low. Obviously, no one able to advance. Mark was able to stay over it. Boy, Jack, I didn't hear you the last time. Would you be able to just repeat how most umpires call strikes?
I don't know if I can repeat that. It was in the moment kind of thing.
Just for our viewers, I don't want anyone to miss it. So
If,
most
if another
umpires call strikes like.
if another strikeout happens, I'll pull it out. But
All right.
you can't just force me to do it.
Well, with Benny on the mound, it won't be too long, so I cannot wait to be hearing Jack say whatever the hell he just said on the broadcast before. Benny with another strike here against Bertrice. Swing and a miss. And there you go.
That's a high. That's what it is.
Go. Jack, would it be outlandish to request that for every single strikeout for St. Joe's this season?
No, I mean every season. No, the rest of the game, I'll take it.
All right, we'll go with that. We've got a couple more innings of height. And man, what a storybook finish to this fifth inning it would be, or the top of the fifth inning it would be, if Benny somehow came out of this one without allowing any runs. Swing and a miss there to start off his next batter, Jimenez. 2 outs, bases loaded, 0-1 count. That pitch will be right down the middle and will score a run for St. Benedicts, and they'll score another run for St. Benedicts. And then they will catch Fazio out at third, but nonetheless, 2 runs on the board for the Gray Bees. And St. Joe's just has a couple innings left in this game to figure out how to come back and at least tie this one up. We'll see what they're able to do in the bottom of the fifth. All right. We are here live in the bottom of the fifth inning. St. Joe's letting up 2 runs in the top. Starting off this one with Will Ramsey at the plate. That pitch is a strike, giving us a 1-1 count. Maldonado nearing the 60 pitch mark. Ramsey is going to be a foul ball off to the left.
Very crucial at bat here for Ramsey. Got the top of the order coming up next. Julius on deck, so if you can get that 9-hitter on, it is huge.
Is the time to tie up or take the lead in this game. Will Ramsey is a pretty good hit. Didn't get very far, and he will be safe. It wasn't a bunt, but it acted like one. And Will Ramsey, the 9-hitter, like you said, is on first, and we're back at the top of the order with the senior Mark Gialusi.
Hey, no broadcasters jinx there, huh?
No broadcasters. Hey, good job. We'll see if it comes back to haunt him later on.
Yeah, it's just don't get like picked off or thrown out.
Yep. If that happens, you owe Will Ramsey an apology. Swung on here by Gialusi. Down the middle, advancing Ramsey to second. And St. Joe's getting going at the plate once again here in this game. Man on first and second, Josiah Brown batting lefty. And we could possibly be getting a pitcher change here for St. Benedict's Prep. So as the team discussed, we'll take a short break.
I got.
Yep. So no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Ramsey on second, Gialusi on first, Josiah Brown, fifth-year senior, up at bat. The Manhattan commit, like we mentioned before. Got a 280 average and 824 OPS so far for St. Joe's. Also been walked the most out of any player. First pitch is a strike. It was a low fastball there from Maldonado. Josiah Brown, 3 doubles on the year. If he gets that fourth one right here, St. Joe's be in a very, very comfortable position. Swung on here by Brown, out to left field. It's curving left, and the left fielder able to get under it, and the runners will not advance. So Ramsey stays on second, Gialusi stays on first. Only difference is now one more out on the board for St. Joe's as they bring on Robbie Carvelli, the senior, the Lehigh commit. Carvelli 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch outside off top right.
Yeah, we've seen Maldonado kind of scurry away from his curveball after we talked about. I believe that was the third inning. So past 2 innings, he just feel like he hasn't done the curveball yet.
Carvelli's hit is high, right over to that first baseman. It'll be another out there for the Falcons. So started off the inning with a man on first, then a man on first and second. Now we're in that same situation, but now with 2 outs as they bring on Tyler DeVecchio.
Same thing happened last inning too. They started off first and second, went from 0 outs to 3 outs.
Here's the first pitch for DelVecchio. Swung on, comes right back to us. Camera somehow still stable, then Jack messed it up. Man, it was looking really good.
Here we go.
It
right
stuck
there.
up for itself after eating that one from DelVecchio, and then you just had to.
Oh, now we're cooking. That's good.
It's good. It'll be good enough for the viewers for right now. DelVecchio 0 for 1 on the day. Got on base that other at bat. Facing 0-1 here. Swung on. This one going straight back near the bushes once again. Charlie and Risley will be very happy about that. But DelVecchio won't be, as he is facing an 0-2 with 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch to Delvecchio. Man, it had the power to get out, but not the accuracy. That one, a foul ball, deep foul ball off to the left.
Yeah, I actually mouthed out like, oh my god. That ball was crushed.
A lot of balls are by Delvecchio, but man, it sometimes just not having the accuracy can be brutal. He had the accuracy right there. St. Joe's has the lead. So now, maintaining the 0-2 with 2 outs. And Maldonado, something might be wrong, or maybe he's just wiping some sweat off. Big pitch here for both teams. Swung on, another foul ball there for Delvecchio. Always gets air under it. Just waiting to see when he can keep it in the field of play. Here's the 0-2 once again. It's a ball. Gialusi is able to take second while Ramsey takes third. No one from the infield, not the shortstop, not the second baseman, Sanchez and Jimenez, neither of them went over to second base, so Rodriguez couldn't make the throw. So now St. Joe is a bit of a better situation, still with 2 outs, still with 2 strikes, but a man on third and second now. Another pitch that is too high for Delvecchio. 2-2. Things are looking a bit more hopeful now for the Falcons. And that pitch, that curveball that he always comes back to, was absolutely disgusting as he strikes Delvecchio out looking. And St. Joe's once again unable to score a single run yet here in this one. This ending the only time they've ever gotten a man on third. But still, no one yet to touch that home plate. Falcons still trail 2-0 at the end of the 5th.
Welcome back to the bottom of the, whoa. Lot of messes up there. Top of the 6th inning.
There we go.
I was, caught by surprise there with the line out. Bobby Christensen makes out. That's one down already.
Yeah, I think I pressed that unmute button, and then maybe a half a second later, Bobby caught that ball, and then you also confused it for the bottom of the fifth, then the bottom of the sixth, and now strike three, but you got it with the top of the sixth.
And that one is lined, but down for a single. Gets a runner on. So now man on first, one out for Fonseca's having a very good game. It's his fifth hit given up, but 8 strikeouts, only 2 earned runs, so great start out of Fonseca.
Yeah, Benny's still playing incredible in my eyes. I mean, yeah, 2 runs, but man, 2 runs is not a lot. But when you got this hitting lineup, you got to get more runs than 0.
That one is on the corner for a strike, makes it 0-1. Swung on through. 2 good strikes there, makes it 0-2. Trying to get a second out of the inning. That might, oh my, what a scenario is happening right now. So, I don't know if you guys could have heard it, but Coach Banks over at third base goes, take a big lead. Let's see what his move is. And I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Fonseca picks off at the first time of the game with that move and gets the runner out. I mean, that, you couldn't write that better.
He called his bluff. He said, oh, he won't do it, and then he did it. So, I mean, what are you going to do about that?
Yeah, he wrote his own, his grave right there. He wrote his own grave, Coach Banks said. That'll make it 2 outs. No runner on first.
And that was absolutely hilarious. I mean, Benny just kind of lobbed it over to Delvecchio and still got him in the pickle. Could possibly be looking at another masterclass here from Benny. Don't want the announcer's curse, so that's why I said possibly.
And a strike 3, so 3 straight strikes. 2 strikeouts there for Fonseca. Puts it up to 10 on the day.
Man,
what an inning there.
That almost hit Sanchez in the gloves and still a strike. So Benny just been absolutely lethal here today.
So yeah, St. Joe's still down 2 in this one. Trying to catch up to Maldonado and get their first runs of the game in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah. We'll welcome you back on this pleasant good evening on bottom of the 6th inning. Joe Zamiti up for St. Joe's trying to add some runs. Still down 2-0.
I like that description of the weather. A pleasant good evening. You got to throw the good in there just to make it seem even better, which it is. It's justified.
That curveball to Zamiti finally gets on it, and a foul. We know he's looked at, I think, 3 curveballs today. Been in the zone. I think he was sitting on that, and just pretty solid hit, but it was foul.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, no disrespect to the Mitty, but if I'm Maldonado, I'm almost exclusively throwing curveballs here and just waiting for him to prove me wrong.
0-2 is a really hard fastball for strike 3. I think it's safe to say it's not somebody's day, which it happens, you know, sometimes. You wake up on the wrong side of bed, so now Bobby Christensen up with 1 out.
And Christensen was always the ninth man for St. Joe's, moving up now for the Falcons.
Yeah, hitting in the 7-hole here is Bobby. Now with a clean count, we'll take a strike. Maldonado's 78th pitch is popped up very, very high, but out of the field.
Oh man, lucky bounce. There was a couple of people over there unsuspecting as they were watching the freshman game as they played Don Bosco.
That one's in the dirt. So 1-2 count to Bobby with 1 out.
St. Joe's needs to get these runs in this inning.
And that's in there for strike 3. I believe it was a swing. On the swing, yeah, swinging strikeout was there. So 2 strikeouts to start off the inning for Maldonado.
And Drury up right now, and honestly, you might even hope that St. Joe's gets a hit or two and then gets the out instead of getting out right here on Drury, just so they can near the top of the order for the 7th inning. Because, I mean, even if Mark Gianluca was up at bat right now, I wouldn't have much hope in getting any runs this inning in this situation.
0-1's in the dirt. Makes it 1-1. Maldonado with 82 pitches on the day, so you got to wonder if he comes out at the end of this inning or Coach Banks lets him go the full game.
Yeah, 82 is a lot, but I would expect him to stay out there, especially with 0 runs and not that many hits, honestly, so far from Maldonado.
So our curveball is in there. Makes it 1-2. Trying to get his 3rd strikeout of the inning. That one's fouled off by Drury.
And honestly, I don't hate the strategy either. Maybe get the pitch count up for Maldonado. Maybe finally get him out of there or get him a little bit tired for that 7th inning.
Yeah, St. Joe's trying to work counts here. That one's popped up to shallow left center. Jimenez will call it and make the catch for the 3rd out. Maldonado with what a start he's having today. 6 innings through with no earned runs, and St. Joe's facing another loss, but still have 1 more inning of work for them. We'll see you at the top of
And we are back here for the final inning, or what could be the final inning of the day, the top of the 7th. And Benny Fonseca, big job on his hands. Obviously, can't give St. Joe's the lead in this inning, but he can keep them in a position to possibly win this game. That is the main goal for him right now. A 1-1 start here against Darcy. A 1-2 start against Darcy. Benny Fonseca keeps it going. Absolutely torch of an arm that he's got. Oh man, it was a nice slider there, but just outside. 2-2. That one on the ground, 3-2.
Yeah, we know the majors added a pitch clock, so the games have been cut down too. I think the average is 2 hours and 30 minutes in this game. At about an hour and 30 right now, so might be one
Swung
of the
on to Benny Fonseca, and Fonseca making the play at the mound. Benny, do it all, Fonseca. Continue, Jack.
Yeah, I'll continue. You know, it feels like every time I'm talking, it is. Something
I
happens.
honestly think you should just keep rambling on about whatever you're wanting to say, and then St. Joe's makes plays. That might be the game plan for the Falcons the rest of the way.
Yep.
Pitch by Benny is a ball to start off this batter. It is Cena. Now, I see a helmet and I see a bat that keeps moving around, but I still don't see a batter, which is very concerning to me. And that ball is gone to right field, and the catch is made. Will Ramsey on the catch. Quick 2 outs there for this Falcons defense. Here's the third batter of the inning. First pitch is too high.
Yeah, I feel like you got to go back to the defense. The defense is just playing so good today.
Benny, that was his 80th pitch on the day. Second pitch also high and to the right, 2-0 count. Fazio up at the plate here for the Gray Bees. Nice strike there by Benny. 2-1. Another strike by Benny, 2-2.
I feel like the best thing you can say about Benny's start right now is just consistency. Every time he throws a ball, I feel like he throws another. Every time he throws a strike, I feel like he throws another strike. So
There you go. There is that other strike. Jack, you got to keep rambling, man. Good things happen when Jack Hemler rambles. St. Joe's escapes the top of the 7th, and if that is the last we see of Benny Fonseca, it has been an incredible game for the senior. We'll see if the batting order that is up for St. Joe's can give Benny the win on today, because I think we know he deserves it. But so does Maldonado. We'll see which pitcher, who have both put on incredible performances, can get the win. We'll be right back for the bottom. Go. And we are live for the bottom of the 7th inning. St. Joe's trails 2-0 against St. Benedicts. The Falcons on their 8th and 9th batters here at the end of the batting order. Makasuda, number 8, up at bat. Suda had a pretty solid game so far today. First pitch is a ball, man. Jack, you had a bit of a better angle on that one. Was that a strike from Maldonado?
Well, if you want to go by the whole plate, you know, the dimensions of that, no, but umpires were calling an outside pitch all day. That was a strike.
Swung on there from Kasuda out to left field, and it is a hit and possibly a double for Matt Kasuda. He will try and make a double, and he will be successful. So the 8th man on the order, kicking down the door on the double. And Will Ramsey up at bat, no outs. Kasuda on second.
That's how you start a rally, inside pitch. Gets his hands in quick. Very good double there, standing double for Kasuda, who's getting hot as of late. Very slow start to his Falcons career. He was a transfer, but now playing his baseball.
2 for 3 on the day. Ramsey 0 for 2 on the day. Be massive if he can get his first hit here. First pitch, man, that looked good to me again. It's going to be called another ball.
I don't know if umpires, shortening a strike zone for the 7th inning. I've never really heard of that, so it's a very unusual start today.
Ramsey swung on, coming straight from my head. I'm not going to lie, I flinched. I did. Thank God for the gate. Camera's still good. That'd be a foul ball, so an 0-1 here. Or a 1-1 rather. Another foul ball coming straight for our heads.
Mean? That one took out the camera.
Yeah, you wonder if, like, you start thinking about your relationship with Will Ramsey, if you've said something wrong to him in the past, if maybe this is subtly an attempt to harm us, but, you hope not.
I hope he can direct the ball, like he's doing right now, to over the fence so we can, tie this game up.
That's good. That's a good call there, Jack. Another hit coming pretty close to us once again. So Will sticking with the 1-2 count here with Kasuda on second. Maldonado over 90 pitches so far in this game. I highly doubt he gets taken out unless this game goes into extras. Here's the 1-2 pitch, no outs. That one way too high. 2-2 here for Ramsey.
Feels like the first pitch all day from each pitcher is that was just like way out of the zone.
It kind of, and you mentioned the shortened strike zone. That is a real possibility. I doubt it, but man, these pitches have looked pretty solid. Obviously not that one, but these other ones. 2-2, Ramsey swung out. It's going to be a foul ball. And the left fielder, Rodriguez, just could not see the ball. It probably would have been an out, but he could not find the ball in the clouds.
Yeah, ironic thing about that is the sun is behind him. Like I don't know what he was seeing over there with a white ball. Like he couldn't see that.
It must have blended in perfectly with a cloud, and then once he noticed it, it was way too late. So 2-2 will remain here for Ramsey. And Ramsey will take time. Ramsey, another swung on out to left field. This one should be caught by Rodriguez, and it won't be. Another missed grab, and Ramsey is going to keep the at-bat going. And if it's all for nothing in the end, at least these pitches are racking up for Maldonado.
That might be the most frustrating thing as a pitcher right there.
Oh, that's an out right there.
It's 2 outs. I mean, he loses the ball, and then he drops it. I mean, wow. Feel bad for Maldonado right now. Gonna have to do it himself.
It's going to be Maldonado's 95th pitch of the game right here. 2-2. Swing, and it was tipped back into Rodriguez's glove, so that'll count as an out for Will Ramsey. So now 1 out. Kasuda on second. St. Joe's back at the top of the batting order. Mark Gialusi up at bat. 2 for 3 on the day. First pitch, another disgusting curveball from Maldonado. 0-1.
Look for Mark to take an outside pitch over the second baseman's or first baseman's head.
Gialusi swings this one out to center field. It's going to drop. That'll be a single for Mark. Kasuda will take third. And St. Joe's in a very good position here as Josiah Brown is up at bat.
Might have to, quickly rewind what I just said there. I mean, perfect. Outside pitch, take it over the second baseman's head. That's what he did.
It's a good call here. My Tony Romo right now. Josiah Brown 1 for 3 on the day. See what the Manhattan commit could do. That one very low there by Maldonado, starting it off 1-0.
Feels like do or die for Maldonado right now. I mean, he's high up in the pitch count, but they don't have anybody warming up, so it is do or die.
Pitch by Maldonado is on to the second baseman. Gialusi will be out at second, but that'll get Kasuda home and get Josiah on first. So now 2 outs for the Falcons. They only trail by 1, and they have a runner on first with Robbie Carvelli up at bat. Not the greatest situation in the world, but a lot better than the one they were just in.
That one hurts right there, just rolling over. Had a chance, propel your team to a win, but that one stings.
And like you said, I mean, no one warming up here for St. Benedict's prep. Only about 4 or 5 guys in the dugout. I know they're fielding right now, but still not a lot of people that they're traveling with. And like we said, no one warming up, so Maldonado doesn't really have a choice but to finish this game. Even if it goes to extra innings, we'll likely see him finish this game.
Yeah, I saw a center fielder running in for St. Benedict's. Maybe he thought he was going to pitch. I think Coach Banks had a decision there. He was asking Maldonado, do you want to pitch this right now? Do you feel good?
And Maldonado's 100th pitch will come here against Robbie Carvelli, 0 for 3 on the day. But he's got a 345 average and 911 OPS on the year. So we know how good he's played this season. Just trying to tap into that in this game. First pitch, down low, 1-0. Second pitch sends Josiah Brown over to second. And Brown is out at second. And that will be the ball game here at St. Joe's. The possibility of a comeback goes away just like that. As the third out of the bottom of the 7th will end this one with a 2-1 victory for St. Benedict's over St. Joe's. There's a chance we will be here for the, or not be here, but we will be live for the East Brunswick game tomorrow. We hope we are able to. If not Thursday, we will be live for our home game. But yeah, Jack, any final remarks before we end this one off?
Great pitching. Fonseca only gave up 2 runs. Maldonado 1 run. It was just a pitching, masterclass right there. And great throw at the end by Rodriguez. Pretty quick game. Pretty fun one too.
Yeah, no, it was exciting. I know there was only 3 runs total scored, but like you said, Benny had an incredible game. Maldonado had an incredible game, so it made for a pretty fun one. Yes, St. Joe's took the loss, but like you said, there's a lot of GMC games coming up for the Falcons. Those are the ones that they're really focused on, and we'll see if that focus pays off. But for us here on the St. Joseph baseball fields, that is going to wrap it up. So for Jack Kemmler and myself, Ben Chadwick, thanks for watching.